Hello students and good morning. Teacher Mike here. Today we're going to learn another exciting lesson in oral communication. To start with, let us form your groupings. To form your groups, you need to count 1 to 4 respectively. Now that you have already your own groups, let us observe the following pictures on screen. And later, be prepared for some questions. For group number 1, you are assigned to picture number 1. For group number 2, to picture number 2. For group number 3, to picture number 3. And group number 4, to picture number 4. So I have already given you 3 minutes to observe the pictures on screen. Get ready now for some questions. In picture number 4, where did the communication happen? Yes, Julianne. Very good. It happens over the media, particularly on television. In picture number 3, how many persons are involved in the communication? Yes, Julius. Very good. There are many persons who are involved in the communication. Particularly, there are more than 5. In picture number 2, how many persons are talking? Very good. Yes, Pamela. Very good. There are 2 persons who are talking in that picture. In picture number 1, do you think there is a communication? Yes, Bea. Very good. In your own opinion, there is communication. Is communication possible even with only 1 person? Yes, Catherine. Very good. In your own opinion, communication is still possible even with 1 person only. Okay, let us all validate your answers as we go along our discussion for today. So these pictures are examples of speech context. So what is speech context? Speech context tells us where did the communication happen. Now there are a lot of types of speech context. The first one is what you call the interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication, in here, the communication happens between 2 persons. There are 2 types of interpersonal communication. The first one is what you call the dyad. And the second one is what you call the small group. So when you talk about dyad, there are only 2 persons who are involved in the communication. When you talk about the small group, there are 3 persons who are involved in the communication. Now let us go to the second type of speech context, which is what you call the intrapersonal communication. In here, the communication happens within oneself. For example of an intrapersonal communication is that when you're going to choose what to wear for today, or you're going to choose an answer in a multiple type of test, or you're going to choose what course are you going to take when you will be in college. Another type of speech context is what you call the public communication. In here, there are many persons who are involved in the communication. Examples of public communication are the following: politicians delivering their speeches during elections, and also priests giving their homily during the Mass. Another type of speech context is the mass communication. In here, the communication happens over the media. And that's it for the types of speech context. Always remember, class, that there are 4 types of speech context. The first one is the intrapersonal communication. The second one is the interpersonal communication. The third one is the mass communication. And the last one is the public communication. For your assessment, I will be projecting some pictures here on screen which you are going to identify if that is intrapersonal, interpersonal, mass, or public communication. So get ready now because I will be projecting the pictures on screen. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, now you are going to answer those questions and then identify these pictures based on the types of speech context. And now that you are done answering, let us check your work. Okay, the first picture, the answer for that is very good. That is intrapersonal communication. What about in the second picture? What is your answer? Alright, okay, very good. That is what you call the interpersonal communication. What about in the third picture? What is your answer? Very good. That is still an interpersonal communication. The fourth picture, what is your answer there? Very good. That is the mass communication. And the last question, what is your answer? Okay, the answer to that is public communication. As your assignment, I would like you to research in advance the types of speeches and speech styles. And that's it for today, class. I hope you learned something meaningful out of our discussion. This is Teacher Mike saying, God bless everyone and keep safe.